It's the perception of uh, confidence. Hi, welcome to AI Chat Podcast. My name is Nico.
And my name is Sean.
And what we will bring to you every time we do a podcast is go over good AI tools that you can use that are productive, that could help you out. It's like the screws are getting this, the walls in the box are coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You buy hard assets, you're paying your mortgage and funny money.
Are you too busy to grow your business?
Save your business, because if you don't do this, you won't be in business. I've been in business for 38 years. We've outsourced everything to China, and eventually the company went away.
So we can go solve other people's problems.
Well, first of all, I smelled like perfume. There were all these women.
I want Sarah.
Well, here's a bucket of water. You're in the desert. Do you want the bucket of water? No? Okay, I'm going to the next guy.
Anything else? Or is that?
That's it, isn't it? So if a client thinks you're confident you can solve all the problems and you walk in, they feel comfortable because your track record is you have solved all the problems. And even though they're freaking out, which normally is how they start, I've made it my job is I don't freak out with you. You can freak out if you want, but I'm not joining you because I cannot perform my job in IT if I'm freaking out. And history has shown that every single problem you've ever had gets resolved one way or another. And so if I take that perspective, people feel confident, they feel like everything's going to be fine. And that's a perception, you know? So anyway.
Very, very solid approach.
Welcome to AI Chat Podcast, another episode, which is, which number? I lose track.
We're actually on 10 this time.
Okay. So we went to 10, came back to 9, and now we're on 10 again.
Exactly.
Is he on first or second? So I'm going to start with a presentation of a project that I've worked on for only 2-3 months. There's two things are happening. One is I'm wrapping up my AI certification at Berkeley University. I've taken a course there, and it's been eye-opening. And most people don't understand that AI is a kind of general term. It applies to different technologies in AI. And sometimes all we think of is ChatGPT, and AI is a lot more than that. Like, for example, I just used a tool last week where I can upload images and it will tell me content percentages, like what percentage of nudity or violence exists in that image. So imagine the future where we stop people from sharing images that are violent and contain nudity. So I think the day will come where big companies will kind of stop you from doing certain things. And then it comes to like free speech, like I watched a podcast with Elon Musk, and I forgot his name. He was somebody that's been banned for 5 years, and they finally let him back.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah,
Wait,
Alex.
Right? Why is his name eluding me at the moment? Yeah. Anyway, I know the guy. Band.video.
Yeah. And then I watched, after the fact, the Republican...
Alex Jones?
Jones.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Republican debate the other day with Vivek, and he was attacking, what's her name? Nikki Haley.
Haley, yeah.
I didn't find it because he said this openly. He says he called her by her real name, and I think it's Indian. So Nikki is not her name.
Yeah.
But he mentioned the fact that she wanted to create this kind of like online identity. So if you're
is it
saying
like Nikita or something, that doesn't.
No, it's really long. It's a long. It's a long sounding name, and so he mentioned that she wants to like have everybody that's on social media be identified with their real name.
No, with a real ID card. Yeah, that's insane.
So I don't believe in those things. So coming back to what I'm doing, and I'll do a plug about the book I've written, AI Tools, and the virtual assistant that I've created. So on the medical solution we have, I've created this virtual assistant, and let's give it a try and see how we work. So She is actually trained to be a marketing assistant. So each one of the assistants are trained individually to be experts in their fields, and they're not allowed to answer any other questions. So let's give this a try and see where we go. Hi, Julie, I need some help with a marketing campaign.
Of course, Nico, I'd be happy to help. Could you give me some details about the marketing campaign you have in mind?
Yeah, I'd like to do a TikTok campaign because the audience is between 18 and 38.
Absolutely, Nico. Considering the age group, I think we may need to reconsider the platform. Maybe we could focus on channels like Facebook or a direct mail campaign, as they might be more effective for reaching this audience.
Okay, whatever you want. And how do we start the campaign?
Great! We can begin by identifying your customer profiles in this age group. Then we'll craft a message that resonates with them. I'll conceptualize some ideas and draft a basic plan for your review.
Okay, so this is for software called GopherGet, which is a prompt engineering program.
Understood, Nico. To market GopherGet, we'll emphasize its features and how it can solve common issues for the targeted age group. I'll research the best approach and come back to you with a detailed plan.
Okay, thank you. So let's continue tomorrow morning. Bye.
Absolutely, Nico. I'll have the plan ready for our discussion tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye.
Okay, so as you can tell, it's a voice activated conversation. The flow is pretty good. Responses make sense. And so the next thing I want to do is we'll go to.
That was awesome. I love how she, you specified, your audience is between 80 and 100 years old, and she's like, "Hold on a second. These people aren't going to be on TikTok. These people are going to be on Facebook." That's great, man.
Let's see. I'm trying to find my book, Guide to AI Tools. So, just a plug. This is the book that I've written. I think I wrote it close to a year now. Basically, it's a guide to AI tools, and I say AI will not replace human jobs. Humans using AI will, and that's the perspective you should view this as. And you need to then learn and accumulate skills that help you in your workplace or your personal life to increase your productivity. And my goal is to 2x myself and then 10x myself. So anyway, Sean, do you want to go and do a demo of GopherGet?
Yes, sir. And the spelling's a little different than Julie had written it, but that's all right. We'll work with it. Okay. So this is actually directly a use case we've applied for our. We are building up the podcast to different platforms. We'll soon be on Apple Podcast as well as Spotify. So I had no idea how to do that. So I went in, I filled in an industry. I custom filled this. This is right in the GopherGet layout. So what I did was I started by going and filling out a new prompt. I filled out all of these fields. Again, there are some predefined categories and topics for each field, but you are of course more than welcome to custom fill and put whatever you like. Now, just to go back to what we were looking at. So I'm looking for us as podcasters. I just put in CMO. I like that one. That's one of my go-tos, our marketing officer. And so in order for us to get onto Apple Podcasts, we need an Apple ID. We need to prep the podcast, which includes having high quality audio recordings, a podcast cover art, and a podcast description, which we can use GopherGet to do for us. Now we need an RSS feed, and this is required to make that submission, and we can host it using something like Libsyn, Podbean, or Anchor to create an RSS feed. We need to validate that RSS feed, then submit it, waitful, and similarly, there's a series of steps for Spotify. So just like that, I'm able to look up and figure out how to get our podcasts on 2 different platforms that we don't currently have. So that's awesome. And then on top of that, I was like, wait, what's an RSS feed? Oh, okay. Really simple syndication. Awesome. So again, this is GopherGet, our web app tool that Nico and I have put together. It's live at gopherget.com. So if you go to gopherget.com, I don't know if it's going to, oh, it's okay. It's going to take the tab too. You'll be welcomed by our Gopher. You can sign up for a free trial. There's a video tutorial here to help and guide you to get you started. It's very simple to go online and sign up for an account. Were you going to say something, Nico?
Yeah, it's the summary. So I think it was April or May. I noticed that people were complaining about getting a wrong answer from ChatGPT. So I knew why, because it's like in life. If you ask the wrong questions, you'll get the wrong answer. So I thought, how can we create a simple solution that's friendly and use the technology that I know exists to make the prompt? So it's more like a pre-prompt. So the prompt is usually the question you ask, and a pre-prompt is how you prepare ChatGPT. And so I, I thought if we can ask questions of the user and say, what are you looking for? And then we actually ask them to define a few more fields. Then we take that data and change the prompt the way we know we can get the best results from ChatGPT and send that to ChatGPT and display the response. So I think it's a good tool for all the people out there that don't want to know what prompt engineering is and they just want the right answers. And I think that's maybe the majority, because sometimes I just wonder, obviously, being in the business of being an AI integrator and prompt engineer, I only see things from my perspective. And I was at the bank the other day and I was talking to the branch manager and I said, oh, what do you use ChatGPT for? And she says, what's that? And I said, oh, okay.
Like, what is ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So maybe there's a lot of people out there that may be intimidated. And look, people are going to lose jobs to AI. There's no playing around with that. The Hollywood strikes that happened with the Writers Guild is because they were fighting over the provision that discussed the studios using AI. That was the primary discussion because they knew it, that they were toast. The content creation is going to go away from humans. And so if I think there was there was some meetings between Google or Microsoft and labor unions. And the headline was, oh, we're going to discuss how people's jobs are safe from AI. And I thought, what a load of shit that is. They're not going to save their job.
Where's the asterisk?
It's like, oh, don't worry, there's a big alligator in your bathtub, and don't worry, if you act nicely, he may not chop off your leg. So, and that comes back to the ethics. A lot of people, and Elon Musk, released his new AI company, and I guess it's meant to be more playful and a little more risque.
Is it called like Gronk or something? Or
yeah, Gronk. And then Google released their AI last week, and they made
Bard or they a new version.
No, it's it's what's it called now?
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, it's I don't know what the name is, but here's the barufa. The word barufa is Greek, and it means mistake or like screw up. Okay, they made a huge barufa where they
Gemini.
Gemini.
There we go.
They gave the marketing department the videos to create this presentation of this new amazing AI that's going to be better than ChatGPT. But what they did that I think many people weren't aware of at Google was they like made up a lot of things that they thought were potentially possible in the future. So it wasn't just, oh yeah, this is so much better than ChatGPT. There was a discussion, I think, with the AI and images. So you put an image there and you move it, and the AI is trying to identify the image, trying to make sense of it. But that was all made up. So they had egg on their faces. And I think it's getting to the point where it's so competitive in this environment, and what Elon Musk said we should do, I think it was 10 months ago, he said all companies should cease work on AI until we come up with some regulation. And I bet you all these companies were in a room looking at each other and saying, who's going to blink first?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to stop producing new content or new solutions? And actually, one of the reasons that Sam was fired from Chat or OpenAI was he was going too fast. And people were scared because it would affect humanity. Like one of the features they've come out with is they realized that human content was not enough for AI to really do a good job. So now they've created an AI system that creates content. Think of that. That's kind of scary, isn't it? So, and something else that I want to make note of, and I'm not sure if I'm just kind of like missing it, but I was on the phone, I think with American Express and Schwab, and they said, "Oh, we have a new system to use your voice as your password." And I said, "No." And finally, I got on the phone with tech support, and I said, "Hey, dude, I can take 3 seconds of your voice, record it, and create whole sentences. So you're going to use my voice to identify me as my current password when I've cloned my voice? That doesn't sound very secure." So I said, "You better tell somebody." Either they've got some secret source that I'm not aware of, but using your voice for your identification or your password is seems.
It would be really scary, and maybe do this off camera, but see if your clone can actually get into your own account.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't allow any financial institution to use my voice for authentication. I mean, just that's dumb. And they said, "Oh well, everybody's doing it." And I said, "Okay, well, you better talk to the IT department and find out if my clone can trick your system." Which I don't see why not. I mean, what do they have to analyze this data? When I cloned my voice, I gave 11 Labs a 45-minute reading of a book, and it took 3 weeks for them to create this. It's called Voice Pro, and it actually sounds very much like my voice. I'll actually let me find it and play it for you guys, because it's pretty I think very close.
Now, while you find that, I'm actually going to play a quick clip just to kind of look on that. Oh, whoops, that's not the screen I want. Have you caught this video yet, Nico?
Oh, yeah.
Man, reminds me of a
Fire in the hole.
movie from some time ago.
I'm alive. Awesome.
Yeah, you weren't.
Way to
You were
go.
never alive.
We did it. Stuart.
How do you define alive? So,
Well, there's another clip of these things, and they've tried to push him over, hit him with a 2x4, and they just keep on going. So here, let me play my voice.
Tesla
yo, you got your clip ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just add it to the?
Can I just play it or not? Let me play it and tell me if you can hear it. Okay.
Okay.
To understand what the components are that make it up. AI stands for artificial intelligence, which
I hear it.
Develop. So that's my clone. I think
I'm zooming in on you just to highlight the fact that your lips were not moving, and that sounded very, very Nico.
Yeah, and I'm not a ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
So anyway, I think that wraps it up for this edition of AI Chat Podcast. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and get notified. And we'll see you on number 11.
Excellent. Yes. Thank you, Nico.
Okay.
Take care, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.